Side hustles that require no skills make hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year. You don't need an education. You do not need any specific software skills or people skills. Just sit at your home and make thousands of dollars. This is what hundreds, if not thousands of YouTubers want you to believe. If YouTube was your only source of content consumption, you would think that Sam Altman and Mark Zuckerberg are going to quit their jobs and quit their businesses and just start side hustling, because you don't need any skills for this and you can make millions of dollars. One thing you don't see with any of these is actual proof. People say things, claim big numbers, huge numbers, but give you no proof. Well, lucky for you, I am at your service. In this video, I have scoured the internet. Literally, I've spent a lot of hours, maybe too many hours on YouTube, trying to find the 5 side hustles that a lot of YouTubers say require no skills to start, but can make you big income. We're gonna try out each side hustle and find out once and for all if they actually work or not. No BS, no fake numbers, no fake claims, just real raw results, and hopefully something works, because this is going to take me a long time to make. I don't have a course to sell you, I don't have a Discord membership or any sponsorships. All I ask for is a subscribe and like if you enjoyed this video and you want to find out more ways to make money online, build your wealth, because that is the purpose of this channel, bringing some transparency to a space where literally everybody is scamming, 99% of people. The first side hustle, and I've seen this repeated a lot of times, is watching videos for money. The process of getting started is simple. You go to YouTube and search the trending tab for some trending news. For example, right now I see that a few videos are trending. You have some Love Island videos, but I like this video in particular talking about accents in the United States, with this picture of Steve Harvey looking disappointed. Why does he look disappointed in everything? That's something I've noticed, but that's not the point. We're gonna take this video because it has some sort of mystery element along with some sort of shock or wow factor. You don't have to go for this one. You can go for anyone. Just search the trending feed for a video that you like. The second step is taking this video and making a Pinterest pin out of this. Pinterest is a social media platform much like YouTube and Instagram, where you can post pins with certain links in them that direct traffic to your website or your application. Now, making a pin is very simple. All you need to do is download Canva. It is free, and they have a Pinterest pin template by default. Select the Pinterest pin template and then put your image, put your thumbnail in the pin. Now, this is where the shock value has to come in, and people have to actually click your pin, so clickbait. I'm just gonna be honest, Pinterest is all about clickbaiting, so put something like, OMG, this left Steve Harvey completely shocked and disappointed, add some emojis in there, whatever you think would get people to actually click on your pin. This is the key part though. We've done all the setup, but we've not actually talked about how to make money, and this is where shrinkme.io comes in. I've seen this platform being recommended a lot of times by several creators. This platform essentially shortens your URL, whatever URL you give it, and directs people to ads before they can actually watch the video. In our case, that would be the Steve Harvey video of him being shocked and people not knowing accents in the United States. Signing up is simple. Just give them your email. It's going to shorten the URL, and then you can paste this URL on your Pinterest pin. But this is where you're going to encounter your first problem. Pinterest does not like shrinkme.io because allegedly they've had scammy and shady practices in the past. They've been accused of spam, of malware, and other suspicious activities. So essentially, Pinterest claims that when people click this link, they go off of their platform and then are faced with spam. Of course, they don't want that, and they block you from putting shrinkme.io links on your Pinterest pin. But we're not gonna stop here. We're gonna test this out no matter what. So we're gonna use Linktree. We're not gonna put suspicious links on Linktree for this video. Maybe that is a future video. But for now, we're gonna put our shrinkme.io link on Linktree and get a Linktree link that we can put on our Pinterest pin. All right, that works. We have put our link in. Now we just have to replicate this process several times, get several more links for more popular news to get a few more pins on Pinterest. Then we just wait and earn $220 for every 10,000 views. Nice! Like I said, Mark Zuckerberg, if you are watching this video, quit your job. Quit being the CEO of Facebook. This is more lucrative. You can do this without any skill. While our Pinterest pin is marinating and becoming spicy and juicy, we're going to try out our next side hustle, which is user research. User research is a very common process whereby companies reach out to consumers to get their opinion on products and services. For example, if there's a company making clothes, there's people out there like you and I that like clothes. They want to find out if their website or their products are appealing to us. They reach out to third-party websites like usertesting.com, userinterviews.com, prolific.com, there's many others, to get access to these consumers. This is where we come in. We can sign up to these websites and give them our opinion to get some money. The site I'm going to be covering in this video is usertesting.com. Once again, the sign-up process is extremely easy. All you need to do is provide your email and fill up some basic information about yourself, after which you'll get access to a bunch of surveys. The key thing to note is that the surveys that you get depends on the profile that you fill out, so make sure that you fill out accurate information so you're able to do a good job while you fill out those surveys, since they are graded. Yes, they do grade each survey. Most of these surveys take around 15 minutes to complete, and you get a nice $10 reward for it. There's also longer surveys, which I really do like, these $30, $60, and $90 surveys. But for those, you have to actually speak to a person. That is okay if that's not your cup of tea. You can still stick with the $10 surveys. All you need is a working microphone and a working laptop or a working phone. You will have to speak your thoughts out loud, so be very, very careful of not being silent while you're doing the survey, because then your survey is going to be rejected. I can almost guarantee you that. Unlike the watching videos hustle, this actually gives you immediate reward, and is something that I've used many times in the past to make thousands of dollars before. $10 per 15 minutes is $30 per hour, and this is United States dollar, USD, baby. So for a lot of people in a lot of other countries, it is even more in their currency. I like this side hustle also because you can do this on your own time. If you have some time before you start your workday, you can log in and start applying to surveys at your own pace. Keep in mind, you're not going to qualify for a lot of these surveys. Sometimes you'll start filling out a survey and find out you've been disqualified because you're not the target audience. That is okay though. I've had this happen many times before, but I can guarantee you there's going to be at least a few surveys that you qualify for every single month. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested to sign up. I do recommend getting started because I can certify that this works. This is a good time to move on to the third hustle, which is my favorite, my personal favorite, selling AI art. AI is mankind's savior. It's going to take our jobs, but at the same time, it's going to treat us very nicely and allow us to be happy. Of course, we all want to believe that, but its main purpose, in my opinion, is making art. Yes, that is correct. You can use AI to make regurgitated art, absolutely terrible art, sell it, and make millions of dollars according to a lot of creators. A lot of these tools are actually paid and have a high barrier to entry, but don't worry, I'm going to try out a few of them, a few popular ones, just to showcase to you if they work or not. The number one tool we're going to talk about is Midjourney. Midjourney is an AI art creator that is extremely popular and is talked about by every single YouTuber out there. Midjourney is a popular AI tool that can generate images for you. You can then take these images and then sell them on platforms like Etsy as digital downloads and make millions of dollars. Don't forget the millions of dollars part, please. Setting up Midjourney is extremely easy. All you need is a Gmail, and then you have to buy a subscription. I'm going to buy the basic plan for $8 because I think that is enough for a proof of concept. Perfect. Once you're in, you are ready to start generating images, and I'm going to target wall art because that is a niche that is talked about a lot on YouTube. We're going to prompt it for some wall art directly and see what it gives us. It has given us something that looks like wall art, which is a positive. We have to take this now and put it in Canva, spicing it up a bit, and then put it on our Etsy website. And just to give ourselves a better chance to make money, we're gonna put 8 images, not just 1 or 2, but 8 images. Our images are ready. It's time to set up Etsy. Setting up Etsy is extremely easy. Once again, all you need is an email. Wall art is in. People can download this digitally, or they can also put an order and then I can send it to them after printing it out and putting it in a frame. While we wait for our Etsy store to earn millions of dollars, we're gonna move on to the fourth side hustle that requires no skill, which is flipping stuff on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. Flipping is something that's been around for a while and something that I've wanted to explore since I was a little baby. It's extremely easy to set up. All you need is a Facebook account. Really, all you need is Facebook. And then you go on Facebook Marketplace and search for free or very low price stuff. You have to scour these items, look at their conditions, search for deals, and then find things that you can then relist and make a profit off of. Now, while I was doing this, I noticed a few problems. The first problem is that a lot of these things are listed as free, but once you click them, you find out they're actually not free. They're charging money for them. Now, I understand this is not illegal. You could say something is free and then say it's paid, I guess, but it just led to me wasting a lot of time on listings that looked good, but then were actually priced at above market price sometimes. The second problem is that it's extremely time consuming. You have to message a bunch of people, you have to see if the listing is high quality or not, and then you have to search the price of the listing to figure out how much profit that you can actually expect. And even after all of that, since it is extremely competitive, you're not going to get many replies back. And for me, the biggest issue, even though I found a few good items, was the transportation. For example, I found a good couch that I really wanted to get and flip, but the problem is that it was 30 miles away from me. That is 30 miles there, 30 miles back, 60 miles total. The gas, the parking, plus my own time and effort involved in this just does not make it worth it for me. And that is the same case for a lot of these items. It is extremely active. You have to spend hours getting them. And when you factor that in, the hourly rate for this is just abysmal. The last thing I want to say about this, and even though I've not faced this yet, is that if you live in a small town, you're not going to be able to make much money doing this because there's just not that many items on Facebook Marketplace. You can expect to get a few listings every single week, which is not going to be enough to make consistent income from this. I'm going to keep on scouring Facebook Marketplace and maybe search for things like electronics or smaller devices that I can actually flip. But for now, this one is not looking promising. The last side hustle we'll focus on, and this is a YouTube darling, a YouTube staple, copywriting or writing in general. There's people that have made their entire livelihood, an entire career, selling you the dream that you can be a copywriter without any skills and make millions of dollars, or at least hundreds of thousands of dollars. Being a copywriter is not easy. First of all, you have to choose a niche. For me, since I am in YouTube and social media, just generally I'm a social media sensation, I'm going to choose YouTube and social media writing as my niche. Then you have to choose a platform. You can go to Fiverr, you can go to Upwork, or other freelancing platforms to sell your services. Here you'll notice something. When you search social media writer or scriptwriter on Fiverr or Upwork, you'll notice there's thousands of people selling the same services, thousands of people with good reviews, selling it for very, very cheap. This is because on Fiverr and Upwork, you can do what is known as geo arbitrage. You can hire people in countries where the cost of living is low, but the quality of work is very high. For example, people in India, people in Nigeria, they speak very fluent English. So if you have an English-speaking channel in the United States, in Canada, you can hire these copywriters, you can hire these scriptwriters, and they'll do an excellent job for 20% of the price of an American or Canadian writer. The second thing is you'll actually need to have a portfolio. A lot of clients in this space are already looking for writing samples that you have. Now you can use ChatGPT for this, but that is not going to work for you in the long run because clients are going to be able to find out that you're not a good writer and you're just using AI. I'm gonna be honest here, for all of these reasons, I did not even try out copywriting because I know for a fact that I'm not gonna be able to provide any value in this space that a good copywriter cannot do. I just don't have any talent for script writing or copywriting, and I'm not gonna be able to stand out amongst the thousands of people, the hundreds of thousands of people already selling copywriting services. Now that you know the 5 side hustles, what are the results of trying each of these out? We of course made millions of dollars, maybe even $1 billion. Maybe I'm on the Forbes list of billionaires, right above Bill Gates and below Mark Zuckerberg. Watching videos for money made me a staggering $100,000. Wrong, it made me $0. I made pins, I posted pins, these pins did not get many impressions. I think I was the only one clicking the pins and actually giving them impressions, but unfortunately, we made $0 doing this. It turns out $220 per 10,000 views is too good to be true. Who would have thought? AI art made me a staggering $130,000. Wrong, it made me $0. As I suspected, putting regurgitated content on the internet is not going to get you anywhere. If you're an artist, an original artist, this might actually work for you because people resonate with your personality and your art and your style, but regurgitated, reused, and quite honestly, pathetic art is not going to get you anywhere. Flipping made me a staggering $530,000. Wrong, it made me $0. I highlighted all of these problems before, but it's just too expensive. The transportation is a big problem. There's a lot of scammers out there, by the way. So I got some weird messages. But more importantly, the hourly rate, even if I do this, is just abysmal, taking into account the time that I spent getting those items. Copywriting made me $800,000. Wrong, it made me $0. I didn't even try this out. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is something that I know that there's not even a possibility of me being good at, and I know my limitations. I'm okay with that. The only side hustle that did make me money was user research through usertesting.com, userinterviews.com, and prolific.com. This has made me a grand total of around 1,800 Canadian dollars. I know it's not hundreds of thousands of dollars, I know it's not millions of dollars, but a few $100s every single month is as much as you can expect from a decent, well-paying, legit side hustle. Do not be fooled by all these people claiming that they made hundreds of thousands of dollars, $500, $600 a day. That is not going to be possible. They're just ripping you off of your watch time. They need your watch time to then pump out more videos and make AdSense revenue and revenue from sponsors. You are the customer. You are the customer. Remember that. Always remember that. Think about this. Why would the richest people in the world not just start doing these things if they're so easy? They're not dumb. They're actually smart, albeit sociopathic people. Stop giving these people your watch time. Stop giving them likes. Stop living in this fool's paradise where it's possible to wake up, do nothing, have no skills, and make hundreds of thousands of dollars. To make decent money in anything, you need skills. You need patience, you need time, and most importantly, you need to keep working hard. That is just reality. That is just life. I'm sorry to break it to you. No skills means no money. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe and smash the like button. It took me a while to do all of these, so I appreciate all the support that I can get. Like I said, I don't have a course to sell you. I do not have a Discord membership. My goal is to be transparent and show you real ways to make money and build wealth in the long term. I'll see you next week.